All right, let's switch gears and talk a little bit about social media. And really what I wanted to touch on here was some of the automation that can be done with social media. I spoke with a business owner this morning who is going out and posting on Facebook, then they're copying and pasting that and going over on Twitter and posting it, and then they're going over to LinkedIn and posting it. And it's just becoming a lot of effort for most likely little return. So there are a couple tools that you can use to automate some of this. The first tool is called Sniply. And Sniply actually lets you put an advertisement on other websites that are related to yours. So what you can do is you can share an article from maybe not a competitor, but let's say from a vendor, some great article out there from one of your vendors. Then you can put some sort of little snippet, I guess we'll call it, an ad at the bottom of their screen, and it actually shows up on their screen in the bottom and pulls people from that article from your vendor back to your own website. Now you have to have a good offer there and something like that, but pretty cool little tool. This particular tool is $29 a month. You get 5,000 clicks for that. So pretty neat little tool. The second one is called Buffer. Buffer's been around a long time, but Buffer answers that lady's question that called me earlier today. You can actually set up all of your different profiles all inside Buffer and connect each one of these different pieces. And there's some other ones out there. There's Instagram and a couple others now. But you can create all of these different things. And then all you do is you articles into your Buffer. And what you'll see here is a list of the upcoming posts when they're posting, this one at 10:36, this one at 2:49. And then if you click on a different network, you'll see that there's a different article posting. So it's really cool because you can shuffle them up and you can load a bunch of articles in. So there's 47 articles in this particular queue. So in theory, at 2 a day, I wouldn't have to load any more articles in here for another 23 days. So a lot of business owners will just load up Buffer once a month with articles. And then there's also a shuffle button in here. So you can click the shuffle button so that the same articles are not being shared at the same time across all the different networks. Buffer also looks at the best times of day and when you particularly are getting the best engagement, the most likes, the most comments, the most shares, things like that. And then they'll recommend that you post at this particular time on this particular day. So Buffer is super cool. I think Buffer's $20 a month, something like that. It's not really expensive either. And it solves the question of posting to all of these different networks consistently. By the way, both of these, Sniply and Buffer, have Chrome extensions. So a lot of the things that you see, you can actually just click on those extensions and share those articles without ever leaving that page, which is really nice. It just dumps it into that particular thing, and you can go on right on cruising with whatever you were doing online to the next thing. All right, so let's review really quickly. Number one, define your categories. Pick out what your content type is. We talked about the 4 different types of content. Find your writers. The best writer out there is you. If you're unable to write, totally understand. Then you need to go find other people who are willing to write for you. Number 4, build your foundation. So start to get everything in place. Number 5, come up with your topic ideas. And there are a lot of different topic ideas, as you saw. Write some awesome headlines. So once you get that content, get people's attention, get those eyeballs on your content. And then number 7, share on social media using some of the different tools we talked about. So what's next? Now what? Well, there's 3 things that you can do with this particular information. You can do nothing. You can, of course, learn how to do it on your own, or you can hire an expert to do it. or you could have us do it for you. If you would like us to do it for you, let me tell you really quickly just about us. We're Window Treatment Marketing Pros. We are an agency located in St. Louis, Missouri, veteran-owned for well over 22 years now. And this is a picture of myself and my daughter, who also works for us as well. The way that we work is we have kind of a 6-step process. First thing we do is we upgrade your website. Then we start to build your online assets. So this is your Google Search Console, Google Analytics. We also use some other tracking software, call tracking, a lot of different things out there to really, make sure that everything that we're doing is 100% trackable. And we set you up right from the start for success. Number 3 is our content strategy, which we talked about today, starting to build content on a regular basis for you that pulls the search engine's attention and therefore more traffic to your website. Number 4 is the reporting. So we talked about analytics. We talked about Search Console. We come back and report everything to you and show you, here's what we did, here's how it's going, here's how much traffic you're getting. Number 5 is link acquisition. This is a huge part of ongoing digital marketing, and that's getting links from other websites to point back to your website. The more links you have, the more votes you have, the higher you're going to rank in Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. And then number 6, ongoing training. So we do webinars every month to make sure that all of our clients are up to date on the latest technology, on the latest things going on, and make sure that you know all of the different digital marketing strategies that are out there. It's important to know that we only work with one client from any one market. So if we already have a client in your market, it may be that we can't work with you, or vice versa. If you were to sign up with our service, it would lock out all of your competitors within that same market. So we would basically just tell them, no, we can't work with you. Now, if that sounds good to you, I'd love for you to schedule a free strategy session with us. And you could do that by going to wtmarketingpros.com/strategy. My calendar will pop up on there, and you can choose a time that works for you. I only do 5 strategy calls per week, so you may have to book out a week or 2 depending on my availability at that time. But I would love to have you on and listen to what's going on in your business and how I can help. And we'll give you some great pointers on different things. And I'd just love to have you on there. So if you get a chance, session at wtmarketingpros.com/strategy.